I know you, I can feel you with the green of soul. It's more than empty dreams and promises. It's not infecting me no more. When all I say to you is getting gone, you won't be feeling me no more. I know you, I can feel you with the green of souls. When you're not looking at me, I feel so slow. When all those dreams are all our memories, it hurts not being alone and one. And thoughts of you just break me down inside. I sing it with the green of souls. I know you, I can feel you with the green of souls. When you're not looking at me, I feel so slow. Get your hands up. It's more than empty dreams and promises.
All right, let's do it. Yeah. Welcome to the listening room. Please subscribe to the channel, throw that bell notification, like the video for all the content, all that good stuff. What's going on? Thank you for joining the listening room today. My name is Eddie Booze. I saved my soul with rock and roll. Shout out to Rock to Recovery. Anyway, today, my guest is a multi-talented as a chef, entrepreneur, educator, artist, and musician. He is a special needs education leader and is one of the best in his field. Also taking on duties as a curriculum creator and art director for the Arts and Enrichment Academy, a nonprofit organization who provides project-based arts programming to kids of all abilities and ages.
Yes.
And today, my guest is also the owner and chef at Welcome to Sabukwe, a vegetarian vegan restaurant opened this summer in Pasadena, California, and they are currently catering private events. Excellent recipes accompanied by attention to robust and booming flavors are the mark of this great restaurant. My guest is also a visual artist with excellent modern pieces and a very insightful brushstroke, while his music is cross-genre, encompassing jazz, hip-hop, rock, and more. Today, we're focusing a little bit on his clothing line, which we're going to be talking about today and showing you guys a little bit of. So please welcome to the listening room the father of my godson, one of my closest friends, Mr. Sabukwe Ramsey. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey, likewise.
And it's always too long. It's like we used to live right around the corner from each other. We used to see each other like every day. And now you live in Dina. I still living here in Long Beach, and it's so we don't get to see each other as often as we'd like. But yeah, I mean, how's Che? How's the fam?
Doing well. They're all well. Just chilling back at the house, trying to stay out of the crazy heat out there.
Nice. Oh yeah, it's been crazy the last couple of days. What's going on, Kenny, Mike? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Everybody,
what's up, guys?
Yes, indeed. That's awesome. So it's been crazy hot down here the last couple of days, which is it's been a little different actually, because this summer so far has been just up and down.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? We've had weeks where it's just been overcast and colder, and then just weeks where it's been like crazy hot. But you know what it is. We live in Southern California. It never strays too far from perfect. So you know what I mean. So,
yeah, we always, we're gonna complain sometimes, but we're
right.
We're spoiled out here.
Yeah, exactly. So I like to start off the show like I like to start off my day with a little bit of gratitude. And today I am so happy and grateful for the time that I have. And for being a student of my calendar, for being able to look at my time that's available to me and properly allot it for myself and say what I need to do to make sure my house stays clean, what I need to make sure that my hygiene stays high and healthy, to make sure that my all my goals are being met and I'm working on those goals and and that I'm able to prioritize in properly, and even in this time right now, I know that, it's not easy for everybody, especially when, maybe work may be off and things,
Yes.
where your schedule, when your routine get off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sometimes hard to manage those things, some of the
extremely.
smallest things. It's like, because everything gets thrown away. So it's like, well, where's the motivation to get up and do any of those things, because you don't have A, B, and C going on in your life.
Yeah.
So it's like very strange. You kind of got to get up and do those things. So it's good to be able to prioritize and kind of just be aware of your calendar and aware of your time, So I'm so happy and grateful that I'm able to be aware of that, that I'm able to, kind of acknowledge, my time and, what I'm doing with it, So
Absolutely.
It's important to be able to do that,
It is, and that's actually something I woke up being grateful for this morning. Just having this extra time, and I'm really blessed, to be able to be paid and be off work. And a lot of people unfortunately don't have that same blessing, but I just woke up really grateful for the amount of time that I have to just focus on my spiritual health, my physical health,
yes,
my family, everything that they have going on. Focus on helping Ashley with her business. She's also starting a lip gloss line.
Awesome, dude. We got to get her on the show.
Exactly. Yes. Definitely.
We got to get that on the show and show some people what's up with that. That'd be awesome, dude. Yeah, man. It's so you woke up with that.
Yeah, just being grateful to have time to, be able to just work on all these different things that I think we all, need to be able to work on.
Absolutely.
We all need that freedom to be able to work on our physical, spiritual health. You know what I mean?
I dig that.
It's very important. So.
I dig that. And that gratitude goes hand in hand with what I was saying.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That's wonderful, dude. And then too, like part of that, of both of those things is being aware. Is like just the awareness of like the fact that you have this time, the fact that you can give to your family and you can focus on the needs of those closest to you, and not just taking it for granted, and be just like I said, being aware that it's available to you, being aware that you have this time and then what you're gonna do with it.
Because a lot of times we don't get that opportunity or even have the energy to focus on those things when we're working and being a parent and just handling all these things. We sometimes don't have the energy to focus on our own health,
Totally.
on our self-care, is what I like to call it.
Mental health, emotional health,
the whole
physical
package,
health, the whole deal.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about, especially life happens pretty fast, so it's like things come at you every day, and so that's one of the reasons I like to say that it's good to stay active in your own mental and emotional health. I find one of the best ways to do that is to be active and is to be acknowledging the things you're grateful for, to be aware of the things you're grateful for, to write them down, to say them, to just be to make sure that you have them on the forefront of your mind as much as possible. I find that's one of the best ways to stay active in your own mental and emotional health. And
I think it's mandatory, and that's not only is that the best way to help ourselves and to make ourselves great, but it's the best way to be able to help the ones that we love and help the ones that come across us.
Yep.
As if if we're good, if we're solid, and if we're on solid ground, then that makes it easier for us to be able to help others.
Totally. Now, okay, so that brings me to a question. So I personally find, and I say this all the time, that that acknowledging your gratitudes is one of the best ways to stay active in your mental and emotional health. Like, what, if anything, do you find are good ways or are good methods to stay active in your mental and emotional health, Sabukwe?
Honestly, it's just I think for me personally, it's just making it a demanding thing that I take care of myself and I do things that make me happy regardless of the realities of the world. I still find it very important and mandatory for me to just do things that make me happy rather
right.
I
know what you're talking
for all
about.
of us, but for me it's just working out, getting outside, being with nature, being at the beach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the simple things. Eating correctly, you know? Just meditation and just
do more of that.
Being mindful, it's just it's all so you know what I mean? It's all
it's
together.
all connected
it's all
in one.
Connected, exactly.
Very cool. Very cool. I like that. And it's practiced.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's practiced, and there's so many different things you can do to stay active in your mental and emotional health, like from the physical things, you know, but I like what you said at the beginning, how you said you just try and make the decisions to do the things that make you happy.
Yes.
So what I took out of that, and correct me if I'm wrong here, is that, and I kind of feel like happiness is fleeting in people's lives because of circumstantial things, and life happens and things happen, and just, you know, day to day things happen. So I feel that if we make decisions, like you said,
yes,
to do things that keep us more fulfilled, or to lead us to being more self-fulfilled, like, and sometimes that just means keeping the small promises to ourselves, like working out,
yes,
or like brushing your teeth before you go to bed, or like eating healthy, or whatever that may be. That, like,
reading a book, whatever it is,
expanding your mind, or taking some time to expand your mind and read a book, whatever that thing may be. If you are able to have some self-discipline, and keep those promises to yourself, and make those little decisions that are going to give you those moments of fulfillment, what happens is those moments of fulfillment turn into moments of happiness, and they create more moments of happiness that are longer in duration and are closer together.
Yes.
And you're getting more in frequency, because you're creating them for yourself by doing things that are more in line with your highest interest, that are doing things that are in line with your highest self. You know, so, and
if we're being mindful of that, if we just focus on being mindful of that, like you said, it's a practice.
Yes,
it's not perfect for any of us.
No, and it's always
it's a practice.
A journey.
Yeah,
there's never an end road to it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you see people like the Dalai Lama, or like Buddha, or these entities that you feel like have at some point reached enlightenment, and even they would say that they have just scratched the surface.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
a forever journey.
It's
we have to embrace it, and
in a huge way
try to enjoy it as much as possible, because it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be memorable.
Right, and it's not always going to be pretty, but sometimes it might be.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I mean? It's definitely going to be memorable. I love that, dude. I absolutely love that. You know what? Let's jump into to a little music right off the bat. So we got a couple things to show you. So I'm going to show you a little bit of music from At the Beach, which was Sabukwe and I's project a couple years ago. We put out an album around Thanksgiving a couple years ago. So we're going to check out one of the songs from that album it was At the Beach, self-titled album. And the first song we're going to check out right now is called Felt Spoon.
You're here to make the future real without you. You're here to make the spirit break on cue. You're here to rabbit my eyes and keep them hypnotized. I don't know what else to do. You're here to make the dreams surreal without you. You're here to make the spirit break on cue. You're here to rabbit my eyes and keep them hypnotized. I don't know what else to do. Gotta please me like give up my seed, girl. Yo, we gotta be running the same page. Get the smoke light out in the room. And empty days, foreign homes. 20 chapters like demons are on the threshold. Major obstacles, open minds of divinity of the light hogs. Make way for ascension of the soul. Yo, get down, it's like the only way in. Cause up is out, over time many minds get blown again. I'm here to make the dreams surreal without you. You're here to make the spirit break on cue. You're here to rabbit my eyes and keep them hypnotized. I don't know what else to do. You're here to make the dreams surreal without you. You're here to make the spirit break on cue. You're here to rabbit my eyes and keep them hypnotized. I don't know what else to do. Fortune fame, nobody left to blame. Closed minds, time copacetic is the brain we save. Shine rays from the sun down to earth. Grow up your morals on a pedestal that only God gave. With those days come the sun, soil, water, precious elements of life. We get the big picture, rolling deep out on sleepless nights. Walk the beach, feel the die, close the curtain behind. All it takes is a seed, a want, and a open mind.
Of my lifetime, the view as time flies in the limit. 9 lives, chances taken, heart racing a mile a minute. Erasing in the sun, dried up till his eyes shut a sinner. The reach success, the chances getting slimmer when the tide turns and habits getting caught in signs of traffic. The tragic manipulation, insanity, grab the jacket, free my spirit. The ending is near, the clock is ticking. Competition to study the planning and watch the system, motherfucker. Approach you in boldness and slight anger, but I choose to move in silence. Reaction to lightsaber, never slow, bro. The pressure applied is do or die in the city. Get ready to dive into demise.
You're here to make the dreams surreal without you. You're here to make the spirit break on you. You're here to rabbit my eyes and keep them hypnotized. I don't know what else to do. You're here to make the dreams surreal without you. You're here to make the spirit break on you. You're here to rabbit my eyes and keep them hypnotized. I don't know what else to do. You're here to make the dreams surreal without you. You're here to make the spirit.
Mayday, this is Flight 352. Please send help to the coordinates we have sent. Please
You're
send
here
help
to
to the
make the
coordinates we have
dreams
sent.
surreal without you. You're here to make the spirit break, unravel my eyes and keep them hypnotized. I don't know what else to do. You're here to make the dreams surreal without you. You're here to make the spirit break on you. You're here to rabbit my eyes and keep them hypnotized. I don't know what else to do.
Gotta please me like give up my seed, girl. Yo, we gotta be running the same page. Get the smoke light out.
All right, we're back. All right, that was Felt Spoon off the At the Beach album. Actually, something happened in there when I was changing the on-screen graphic there, so I accidentally. No, I didn't mute it. Hell no, Kenny. I'm good, dude. I did make a mistake though, but we're gonna replay that song. We're gonna replay that song at the end again, so for you guys on our way out. But yeah, so I was actually just changing the graphic on the screen to read Sabukwe Ramsey High Waves. So let me ask you, so what's the significance of having like a performance name?
I think for me, it was just something cool that I wanted to do in a way. It allowed me to just kind of be able to zone into that particular, art that I was doing at the time, which is music, DJing in particular.
Okay.
And for me, it was just, a way to develop a character name and just be able to dive into what I was doing,
I like that. Kind of envelop yourself into something by almost, creating a persona and like almost a character and kind of. Yeah, I feel that. Almost in a way, it's creating a role in acting too.
Definitely.
Not just having, like Stephen King has a pseudonym that he writes under sometimes, or he has written under the name Richard Bachman, and it's very, kind of a similar type thing. Or, if somebody would have, like you said, a performance name, or even for a band to have a name and not go under like the lead singer's name or something like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's representative of that. All right. Good to see you guys in the house tonight. Kenny, Charlene, Mike, KDF. All right. Good to see you guys.
Hey.
So yeah, man. So what got you, why did you get into music? I mean, why did you get into performing? Why did you get into writing music? Why didn't you get into instruments? What was it about music that drew you into wanting to be a part of creating it, not just be a listener?
For me, I think as I got older and into my early 20s, I just was able to kind of zone in and concentrate on each instrument, that was on each song. And in doing so, I just kind of fell in love with the process of, dissecting the process of each instrument that's being played on one track. And I just wanted to, be a part of that. And I had never had any formal training of any kind in music when I was a child, except being in a steel drum band when I was in elementary school, which was really fun. But other than that, I'd always just been, an avid listener of all different genres. And as I got older, I just really wanted to be part of it and, learn instruments. I took up trumpet and learned from an excellent instructor. And I just, having a poetry background as well and just loving hip hop, I wanted to, kind of combine those two things and really just work on that craft of, writing raps and producing music and learning instruments and doing it the right way, not just trying to dive in, and do something because I like it, but I actually wanted to really learn the process and really learn what I was doing and learn from the people that did it before me. And so it's just a passion, and it's just the foundation of love that brought me to where I am today with it.
I love that, man. It's, when you're writing music, it's so weird how like different things can inspire you, and different musicians and different artists and different genres.
Oh, absolutely.
When you're a kid, it's so weird. Like when you're a kid, you don't grow up just liking one genre of music. You notice that when you're real young, you kind of get to experience, like when you watch a movie, you'll hear a song from like the 50s and you're like, damn, that song's a hitter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
You know what I mean? And then you don't look at music like that until you kind of get older, and people start to like partition themselves into these like tribal, like I like hip hop, or I like rock, or I'm a metalhead, like, or it's like, dude, like all music is so inspirational and so you're incredible and so good.
Too.
Yeah, man.
I've really found that so many different styles of music from around the world are so similar and so connected that it's crazy when I really think about it. Just listening to, West African music versus, Cuban jazz or Mexican mariachi, whatever it is, rock music. The foundation is so organic, and we're all so connected. It just shows in the music, not just in food, but in all art forms. It really shows how much we're all connected as human beings.
That is true, dude. Like that's totally true. And what's funny is too, like I remember being on I used to work on waterfalls, and then I remember one day I was on a crew somewhere, and I can't remember, but I was just like a lot of days, I was on the crew with some of these guys, and one of the guys was listening to mariachi music throughout the day, and I was just kind of getting to be getting my songwriting chops under me, so to speak. I was 18, 19, and I remember really listening to it and thinking to myself how I was like, and I started to really appreciate and was able to analyze how this was put together, and the chord progressions and the lyrical melodies, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to see and sit and think, wow, like this is something I wouldn't have traditionally been exposed to. However, listening to it, I was appreciating it so much more than I thought I would, just because I was allowing myself to just sit with it and permeate without judgment, or with other people sitting around me going, that sucks, turn that off, this, that, and the other thing. I was just able to listen while I worked, and as I worked, I was starting to realize, like, my mind was going like, wow, I really like the way they do this, I really like the way they're doing that. You know what I mean? And it kind of turned into an appreciation for something that I might not have had otherwise,
Exactly. And I actually really began to love mariachi when I learned trumpet,
Oh, dude, yeah, they go hand in hand, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I just really began to appreciate it when I heard it, and I heard it in a car, next to me, and they're bumping it like, boom, boom, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm just like, after I didn't really appreciate it till after I learned trumpet, but as soon as I heard it, I was like, that is the dopest thing I've ever heard,
like that.
It is so awesome. Like, it just has the thump and the bass that you need, but then you get, the trumpets in the background, you get the bass, so it's dope. It's really sick.
Absolutely, dude.
And
Absolutely.
It just really shows me that we might do it in a different way sometimes.
Dude. But it's awesome.
Connected.
So good, dude. Like, I mean, you listen to all different genres of music, and it's like, and dude, I'm starting to realize too, like, even I'm 39 years old. I just turned 39. And what's up, you guys? Marcos, wonderful to see you. Donnie Vazzi. Yeah, I saved my soul with rock and roll. Shout out to Rock to Recovery and Wes and Clinton out there, and Sonny doing the damn thing out there. Helping people with addiction get over their addiction with rock and roll. So I am 11 years sober from alcohol myself, and music definitely saved my soul. So, Marcos, good to see you. Bobby, wonderful to see you. We are definitely having a Radical Monday. Ray, my man, Marcos, wonderful to see you guys in the house tonight. We are not going to be playing some music tonight. I'm going to be playing you some stuff from our stuff right now. But after that, no, I'll be playing tomorrow night at 8 p.m. right here doing the Human Jukebox goodness. So plan to have you guys back over here tomorrow night as well. So we're not going over anywhere just yet. But so yeah, well, speaking about music, let's go ahead and listen to another tune.
Let's do it.
This song is called, let's see here, I Wanna Fly. I Wanna Fly. Okay, so let's check out I Wanna Fly. This one's a little bit off genre. So, while it is hip hop, what would you say this is? In fact, let me ask you guys, what would you say this song is? Listen to this song, and what genre, if somebody asked you what genre that is, what would you say this song, I Wanna Fly, is?
Control of all my senses. I'm in the battle of my life but defenseless. Taking a sniff but the pressure is relentless. My existence in hell seems endless. Need an escape from the harsh times of reality. My shitty salary enough to drive me insane. Membrane Cobain reenactment. Take a dive in the drug of real entrapment.
Somebody help me cause I'm ready to die.
I'm standing with the crush the line.
Spreading my wings but I never could fly.
I'm ready.
I wanna fly. Had wings but I never can fly. I need to escape today. Out to the waking and fly. Out of the skin you think is eat and fly.
I'm just looking to be motivated. To reach a sky feeling ecstasy is overrated. Life ills seem to always get the best of me. Unaware of my purpose, seeking my destiny. What am I leaving behind? What kind of legacy? A simple questionnaire, written legibly. Do I want to submit or try to fight back? Another drink and I'm pulling on the right track.
Had wings but I never can fly. Need to escape today. Out to the waking and fly. It's all a dream. Out of the skin you think is eat and fly.
Somebody help me cause I'm ready to die.
I'm standing with the crush the line.
Spreading my wings but I never could fly.
I'm ready.
I wanna fly. Had wings but I never can fly. I need to escape today. Out to the waking and fly. It's all a dream. Out of the skin you think is eat and fly.
All right, that was "I Wanna Fly" from At the Beach. Sabukwe and myself, we were at the beach, but that's at the beach. So, what genre would you guys say that is? Would you guys say that is hip hop? Would you say it's pop? Would you say it's rock? Would you say it's a mixture of multiple genres? Would you say it's jazz? I mean, what would you say? Like, if somebody asked you, like, well, what does it sound like, or what genre is it? Like, what would you say? Like, what would you say? I mean, I would say, like, I fucking don't know, to be honest with you. I'm that's a stumper. You know what I'm saying? For me,
it's definitely rock.
Rock.
It's definitely rock. Yeah.
Really interesting.
I
Okay.
think for me, it's just the way maybe it's just the way the snare hits. I don't know, but
well, definitely the drum beat. If you listen to a lot of my stuff, even the hip hop sounding stuff, we use a lot of organic shit. You know, so Bobby says that was hard. That was a hard. That's very hard to genre. He says pop rock, rap with a splash of jazz. Dig it, funky alternative. Okay, make a name. He says. Ray says make a name. That's what I think we should do. I think it's cross genre. But I like the where you're going with the rock thing, because if you listen to the At the Beach album, even this one, like Felt Spoon right here. If you listen to this,
Mayday, this is
it's like a rock drum kit.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
From the start, you know, even the way that is
Right.
like.
But then when you listen to the other instruments come in, it's just like keys and upright.
Yeah.
And that's it. So it's like this mixture of like,
Gotta please me like give up my seed, girl. Yo, we got.
And that was the thing with us when we were making beats and like doing that. Like one of the things I remember we tried to stick with was we wanted to stay away from samples and things like that, and stick with a lot of the organic instrumentation of real guitars, real pianos, real mandolins, all kinds of stuff, so that was really fun to actually to stay. I mean, to be able to do that, And
I really appreciated it, That was my first time ever really doing music. So for that energy to be put in by people that I know were already doing other, projects and bands, it was a real honor just to have people put that extra energy in to,
bro.
You know what I mean?
I feel you, dude. It was really nice to get together with you and I remember too, like how Book and I got together to do this was a little bit strange. Like, all right, Donnie, Soul Rock, I like that one, dude. And Kenny, that actually is not from the 04 track. That was from your computer, from the laptop that you gave me to do the scoring for my first movie. Actually, that was from that Mac laptop. When I very first got your stuff and you showed me how to use the DAW and the interface, that was one of the very first songs I recorded with that. But how Book and I got together was somebody left, a friend of mine who was playing guitar with my band at the time. His name was Chris Mortensen. He had left a 16 track recording,
like an MPC or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like sit on your desk and you had control over it. It had a hard drive inside of it. There was no computer necessary, and it was record all your own stuff.
Yeah. And
I remember like one night I was starting to like make beats that had like a little beat pad on it, and it was cool. It had little tracks and shit, and I was like, this is cool, man. I'm gonna do this. And then I called you, and I remember I was like, hey man, why don't you come over with me and we'll collaborate on some stuff, And you came over, and you and I, and we had never played together before up until that point, and you just kind of came over on a whim because I was experimenting with some things, and I was putting the microphone up to the piano and catching some things to a simple beat that I had made.
Yes.
And I was like, this sounds cool. This sounds super fun, and you wrote some lyrics, and I remember recording like 2 or 3 tunes like the very first night.
Yes. Yep.
And then we started to get together like every night after that and just record, and it's got better and better. And there are some songs that actually were on that album that we did record on that particular
on that first night.
Yep. Did we do Alpha on that first night? Or was that like the next night? We might have.
I think Alpha might have been the very first song we ever did.
No, I do remember it wasn't Alpha. It was another one. I can't remember what the name of it was, but I have it. But I'm gonna show everyone Alpha 1, 2, 3. That way, they can see what I'm talking about. And the difference, too. Maybe you guys will be able to tell the difference in between the quality of the songs as well. All right, so let me go ahead and I am going to All right, cool. Now I'm going to show you guys the song in a second here. Yeah, Kenny, you did a couple tracks with us, dude. Kenny did, dude, what was that one?
I know he did one that was at Dan's house. Was it Opposite Dragons?
No, he did, maybe. But he did another one, too. I think he did do that one. But he did another one, too, that was like the Spanish-sounding one that we kind of did. And he did, like, the horn stuff to it. Oh. I can't remember that one, too. But I'm going to figure it out.
That was so dope. I remember that.
All right. Here goes Alpha 1, 2, 3.
Back to basics, so I trace all our footsteps. Back to Alpha 1. Back to lessons, though it's always the hard way. What have we begun?
Now, if you guys listen and pay real close attention, you can just hear this is just a beat pad.
Damn,
life is a headache, so I puff on the medicine. Better than all the
and then check it, like, we're going to show you the song in its entirety. But if you check it out and you hear it and you pay attention, there's a real lo-fi feel to it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
But that just sounded so dope.
Dog, it's not overly produced. There's a double vocal track of you. You knock the same line out twice on both verses, and then I did a real basic guitar track, one real basic bass track, and then I did the singing on the chorus, and we were done. Yep. So this is how the song started to come together when we very first started playing. The song's called Alpha 1, 2, 3.
Back to basics, so I trace all our footsteps. Back to Alpha 1. Back to lessons, though it's always the hard way. What have we begun?
Life is a headache, so I puff on the medicine. Better than all the rookies, killing all of the veterans. I've been the nicest, stopping me is an obstacle. Gonna be lots of battles, call it mission impossible. Come with the roundhouse, back in the skull. I slaughtered your whole crew cause you're lacking the tools. Currency's vital, wisdom is the mission. Yeah, that's only to stab you in the back, just kicking and fishing. Digging your wife out, raising your seed. The thought of it's homicidal, wanna make them just bleed. Bars for years, got that extended vocab. Bouncing from bed to bed like an Arabic nomad. She rubbed my penis in the back of a Prius. I love to fuck Serena, I ain't fucking with Venus.
Back to basics, so I trace all our footsteps. Back to number 1. Back to lessons, though it's always the hard way. What have we begun?
Incredible rhymes, impeccable style. Looking through all the files, taking frequent flyer miles. They caught you jumping rich kids buying dominoes, trying to get all kind of hoes and telling you vominos. Think you deserve to get despite the economy. Ignoring all the policies, making constant apologies. Sat in the bench and went to all the practices. Hating your coach when I call him all kind of adjectives. They say I'm unclear, I'm getting specific. Blowing your brains out, throwing you in the Pacific.
Back to basics, so we trace all our footsteps. Back to Alpha 1. Back to lessons, though it's always the hard way. What have we begun?
You know what's funny, Kenny, is that Williams sister line actually was funny. He wanted to remove it. He was like, that's the only line in the song that I just fucking am not dealing with.
I actually love Venus now.
She's, of course. Oh, dude. Yeah, dude. The lyrics were on point, dude. The rap was on point too. That's what I'm saying too. Like the whole way you come back into that second verse, like incredible rhymes, impeccable style.
Yeah.
Looking for all the styles, pick and frequent flyer miles. Like the way you came back into that was super cool. You know, like it's cool when it's not just regimented in the same all the way through, over the time. I really liked, and I'll be honest with you, like I can speak for a lot of the people I know that are out here listening and have listened, that I've shown, is that they were really impressed with your vocal prowess, with your lyrical prowess, with your vocabulary and the way you presented and the way your cadence, the way you presented your cadence.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and so dude, yeah, but dude, I'm telling you, bro, every time we get together and listen to these, it's like, dude, we need to get some more work done, bro. Like we need to do a couple more tunes.
Seriously.
Or something, bro. But yeah, man. Well, let's check out your clothing line, dude. Let's jump over, and I need to do a little bit. I need to do what I need to do is like a little jingle when I switch scenes where I can go like how Batman did, like, you know what I mean? Like I need to have one of those, like, you know,
a transition.
Yeah, just a transition stinger. You know what I mean? An audio stinger for the transition. All right, so let's bring up Sobukwe's clothing line now. First, real quick, now let's go ahead and all right, hold on, I'm gonna do this again. So what is your clothing line called?
So my clothing line is called Galerie de Sobukwe.
Galerie de Sobukwe.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. And what does it mainly consist of so far, and what are you kind of going for? What's the kind of the message here? What are you going for as far as the clothing line goes, as far as the artistic, presentation of the things goes, and why did you start this thing?
The reason I started this is because I definitely have a passion for fashion, just
hugely, actually.
Since I was a child, I just have always, loved loafers when I was 4 years old. Like I can't even explain it, but I just love fashion and styling and fabric and everything that comes along with the industry. And my love for art and my passion for art, it was just something that I felt I really needed to combine. And when I think about art, it's something that's really, it's something really precious, and it's something that I kind of want to grab and hold and keep. And so with this clothing line in mind, I really wanted people to have the opportunity to wear fine art, to be able to walk around.
That. To actually wear fine art.
Yes,
that's cool.
Definitely.
Dude, that should be your slogan. Wear fine art. Galerie de Sobukwe.
Right.
Wear fine art.
Write that down.
Bro.
I need to write that down for real.
It's on here. Hey, it's coined right now. Anybody takes that, we're fucking coming for you. Kenny says, I always liked how Book dropped Star Wars, X-Men, etc. references. I did too. You're always talking about Wolverine and fucking Star Wars and shit. In your lyrics, that's cool.
That's all
dude.
I live for.
Right, dude? Like that nerd life, bro.
Jedi way.
That's cool, dude. So yeah, no, but please continue. So you want to make sure you want to give people an opportunity to wear fine art.
Yeah, definitely, and just be able to be comfortable as well, because for me personally, I believe in streetwear.
Dig it.
T-shirts,
right,
shorts, sweats, just comfort. I try to
but still being able to look good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And pride yourself on the way you look too.
Yeah, definitely. So I wanted to give people not only a basic T-shirt with art on it, but something that they would feel proud to wear anywhere that they go, whether it's a fine restaurant, a concert, the beach, wherever a person is, they can wear these shirts and these sweatshirts and these hoodies and things like that. And so I just want people to be able to enjoy it and feel comfortable in it, and just know that they don't always have to go to the gallery. Like the galleries are closed right now.
Right.
But you can definitely purchase.
You can wear fine art.
Yeah, you can wear it.
That's cool,
have
dude.
it with you at all times. So that's my mentality with it.
That's cool.
I want art with me and on me and all over me at all times.
That's cool. I can attest to the fashion thing too. It's funny. Like not very many people could pull off purple basketball shorts with the Bartman, but the purple. I like how you did that, by the way. It's funny. Like I'll actually hit this man up every once in a while. If like I'm gonna like go out or like whatever. I'm like, I'm like, hey, what do you think about this jacket with these shoes? Like, you know, he's like definitely, or no. He's like, do something different, like different jacket or what? Like, he's always giving me a little bit of pointers on my fashion too, because you know I'm just a rocker. I'm just an old punk rocker at heart. So my fashion has definitely suffered over the years. You know, so over the last year or so, over the last couple years, I have made an effort to really step that up.
Absolutely,
Buy a little bit different wardrobe. I'm not really showing it on the show here, but buy different wardrobes, you know, and really kind of have some color pop to my wardrobe, and like to kind of go out and look nice.
Yeah,
you know, I think really that started.
Good.
It feels wonderful, you know, and I feel like a lot of that started when when I started getting haircuts regularly and looking and really appreciating that, then I started realizing that, damn, like, well, this, like, I like the way my hair looks like now, and like maybe I should like dress nice and feel good about that, you know, and that can be a snowball effect too, like where you can like create more positivity in your life just by appreciating the fact that you know that you're looking good.
Yeah.
You know that you're making an effort to look good, to smell good, to feel good. You know what I mean? To be a pleasure to be around, to be magnetic in that aspect.
It really raises your senses in just so many ways.
Big time.
So many ways.
Big time. Well, speaking about that, we're talking about your aesthetic, talking about being happy with your aesthetic.
Yes.
What one of the major parts of that is being being in tune with what you're wearing too. And being proud of that, being able to walk out on the street and be like, yeah, like I got a good haircut and the shirt I'm wearing is fucking fly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so let's go over here and check out a couple of the shirts and sweatshirts from the fall and winter line of Galerie de Subukwe. All right, here we go. All right, so what are we looking at here, Book? Which one is this? What is this? This is first.
This is actually the very first t-shirt design that we're going to release this fall, and this picture that you're looking at is actually a photograph of a mushroom tree that I got when I was on a hike, and I just took that photograph and did some digital painting on it, and it really just resonated with me. Blue is my favorite color also, so I think that's why it sticks out for me, but it's just something about it that it's so attractive to me when I look at it.
Yeah.
And I really thought that people would like it, and I thought it was something universal, you know, something that children and adults, male or female, will be able to enjoy and wear, and I think it's something attractive and something that
totally. I was definitely drawn to it when the first time I saw it. A lot of your art, I am. Let me check your mic real quick. Yeah. Point that thing at you. Talk now?
Perfect. There we go.
Yeah, that's a little better. I'm going to turn you up a little bit over here. I ain't scared to walk over here and turn this shit up. Alright.
And my voice is like naturally low. There we go.
Let me take a little bit of the low end out, and you're solid. Alright, that's how we roll. We can just do that shit right here. Yep. I don't got a team. I just got me, and I'm knocking the fuck out. What? Alright. All right, so no, I absolutely love it. And to me, I was telling you actually before when you sent me these pictures that that really feels beachy to me. Like when I look at it, it just feels like waves crashing, and it's very calm, it's very soothing, and I would wear that in a heartbeat, bro.
And it does remind me of a coral reef or something like that, you know?
Yeah,
absolutely.
And at the same time, it's very butterfly oriented from my taste as well. It's on the right side of the shirt where the darker blue lies. It looks like under that it looks like kind of a butterfly wing type of a feel.
I can definitely see that.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's the beautiful thing about art is that,
dude,
it's so many different perspectives.
Totally,
that
dude.
get in one piece of art. It's amazing.
I got two of your pieces hanging up. I got one hanging up right outside this door, right around the corner, and one in the living room. And a lot of your stuff is what's abstract, right?
Yes.
But this
is a
wasn't
photograph.
This was a photograph that was digitally enhanced and altered to be this way, which I totally dig. And the colors, by the way, the color choice. Mwah!
Yeah, I love it. It's really attractive to me, and it's fantastic. So cool and relaxing.
Hell yeah! All right, let's take a look at the next one. All right. What's this one?
So this one is our basic hoodie. There's no logo on the front or back. It just has our company name, our brand name on the front. Galerie de Subukwe. And so these
branding
will come in different colors as well, but blue is my favorite color, as I just said. So Yeah, that's the main one that I'm showing on social media. And
Very
on,
cool.
Yeah, the lookbook and things of that nature.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's check out the next one. Here we go. Okay, I dig this one. What's this?
And this
What are
one,
we looking at? I
this
like
is
the
actually
print.
a
I mean,
painting.
not only the print, but I like the text. Actually, I like the relaxed text that you decided to use there.
And it's really the text and the fonts and even the size, of the art itself is something that I really try to focus on. Just the full design of the shirt, I really want it to be presentable and something classy, I guess is what I would call it, but just something that people would really feel, they wouldn't feel bad wearing it anywhere that they go, and that painting is actually a painting that's in my living room right now, and I also just took a photo of it, and the leaf on the bottom is actually a plant that I have next to the painting, and so it blended perfectly when I did this digital painting for the photograph.
Dope.
Just blended perfectly, and I just love the streaks, and I love the spots of blue and black and the white that's it's surrounded by. It just really is striking to me. And again, something that's kind of relaxing but striking and attractive at the same time, and I thought that it would be something people would really love to wear.
It pops.
Yes.
It fucking pops, dude. All right. Gallery de Sabukwe, another branding tool.
Yes.
I love this, dude.
So this is our cap.
Again, I like the relaxed fonts.
Yes.
That you're choosing here. They're not overly like impactful or striking in your face, like you know what I mean? It's just like relaxed, dude. Like fucking Gallery de Sabukwe. Don't take shit.
I think that my fashion really, suits my personality in a way. Really subtle, easygoing.
Okay.
Just really chill, and so I want to bring that to what I do as well. Just really subtle, just calm, relaxed, but attractive fashion.
Dig it. All right.
And this is our t-shirt that we also have in all sizes, but this young model here is modeling our basic t-shirt with the red font, and it has our brand name, and it has, I believe, the city that we produce and manufacture our clothing in, which is Los Angeles. And so I just think it's really important to also label Los Angeles in our clothing, because it's who I am. I am Los Angeles, Long Beach, Pasadena, Compton, Inglewood. I've lived in every city, so I really feel like I'm definitely am all of Los Angeles, and it represents everything that I do and where I'm headed. And so I think it's important to attach, the city to what I'm doing. So,
I can dig it.
Yeah.
I can fucking dig it, dude. All right. Let me see here. What are we on next? All right. Oh, I dig that, dude.
Thank you. And this is definitely a hoodie that will be dropping in December. And it's a painting that I have at my friend Selket's house. And I just took a photo of it, and I wanted to just display it because it's really one of my favorite paintings that I've ever done. I just love the purple with the light green streak.
Okay.
It's just a really pretty
and can you get that print on any color?
Yes, I can, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that hoodie will be offered in black, white, all colors.
Sick.
Yes, definitely. So
awesome.
I look forward to dropping this for everybody.
Absolutely. And when will people be able to start buying the actual products?
So the actual products and site will be open September 29th.
Perfect.
So look for that. I'll definitely be dropping social media hints and videos and things of that nature, just to keep everyone updated on what's going on.
Now, was September 29th just an arbitrary date that you just made up right now when I asked you that?
No, it's my mother's birthday.
I'm just kidding. I was like, this seemed pretty damn specific to me, know. I like it. It's your mom's birthday. That's cool, dude. That's fucking. Oh, dude, that's so nice, man. Oh, that's cool,
I just want
dude.
to pay homage to her.
Look at you, dude. Oh, man. Only a good dad, good son, too.
I tried.
That's cool. I love it, dude. All right. Dude, I'm loving it. Hey, you weren't playing when you said you want people to be able to wear fine art.
Yeah, I do. And
dude, I dig it, man.
Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. And I think what I do, I like to think of what I do as fine art. I take pride in it. I love it to death. And this painting is this is probably the first painting I ever did, actually, like ever. And it's just something that's really attractive to me. something.
This was the first thing you ever did?
This is the first painting I
It's
ever did.
really good.
Thank you.
Good stuff, man. And that kind of pays homage to the beginning.
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
the origins. You know what I mean?
This is the origin right
That's
here.
what you should call that painting, dude. Sabukwe Origins.
Sounds like an X-Men
Sounds like an
title.
X-Men movie, dude. Or fucking like, the new like Star Trek movie, you know? That's awesome, dude. That's a good, that's a great print, bro. I like that a lot.
You might see origins on the bottom of that print when it's on
You
the
should,
site, though.
dude. That's dope, dude. Seriously. I dig this too. Is that a bee in a sunflower?
Yes, it is.
No?
And this is actually the Galerie de Sebukwe logo.
Oh, I like
Yes.
that.
And so it was created by a friend of mine, Shirley Alonzo. Her Instagram is art.
Shout out to Shirley.
Yes, her
Throw her
Instagram
Instagram.
is Art Kid Shirley. So check her out. She's an amazing artist. I met her doing. We were both doing after school work in Pasadena.
Nice.
So it was a blessing to just meet her and get to know her over the years, and just collaborate with her. She's just an amazing person and artist. So thank you so much, Shirley. And she created the logo for me, and I think it's the black and white. I chose to just leave it that way because, again, I think it's subtle, simple, but it gives you a chance to also see the line structure that Shirley created in this piece. And so that's the reason that this particular shirt is in black and white.
You know, it's very interesting too because I like the contrast of the choices. Of some of the choices here. And I'm not talking about just font. Although I really like the way your font plays relaxed throughout the series, okay?
Yes.
But what I'm noticing here is you coming with three distinct different styles within your clothing line. One is direct branding, which is the name of the company, which I really like that because you're not overdoing it. You're not overdoing it with like a bunch of pieces that are so bright and so in your face that they don't know what to choose.
Yeah.
You're being very selective of which fine art to put on these shirts. Number one, so you have this section of clothing that's representative of the brand, which has the names of the brand on it. Then you have very relaxed font style going into these things, and then you also have the actual fine art attire. So you're having different aspects. You're kind of having different things go into this, which are very cool because.
And that's the key. I definitely.
Dude, I think
present
that's really
versatility.
key.
Yeah.
I think that's extremely key. And just like a good bar or restaurant doesn't have a menu with a million things on it, you have specific things that you've designed for your line that you want to put out at the moment.
Yes.
That you're not releasing 10 different prints for each season because
There's no reason to.
What if 7 of them don't sell? What if 3 of them sell really well and the other 7 don't sell any?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? You pick what you want to put out, you put it out, and it's not necessarily like an album where you got to pick 10. You know what I'm saying? Like people are going to buy these individually. They're not going to buy all 10.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to pick their favorites, and you decide now you're deciding as the artist what you're going to present to society, to the public, to your fans.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
And then you're allowing them to buy those things as you present. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like, here's everything I've ever done, buy whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you're coming out with a plan.
Exactly.
You're marketing and promoting these things very, very smart, very, very intuitively and engaging with the audience. Now the third thing the third aspect of the clothing line I was talking about is. Now the font is just a thing that kind of runs through all 3 aspects, but you have the branding, which is the very specific name on the shirt without the logos. Then you have the fine art aspect where people are wearing your fine art, and then you have this aspect here. You have the logo. Look at this logo. What this logo is this logo is very, it's very elementary and strong. I'm sorry, who did this again?
Her name is Shirley Alonzo.
Shirley Alonzo.
Yes.
She very, very eloquently put this down and didn't overdo anything. Do you know how Alpha 1 2 3 was a very simple put together? How we put together a good beat and a good bass line and a good guitar part, and you laid dope lyrics down. It was very enjoyable to listen to and very palatable for the ear. It's the same thing with that. It's very simply drawn, simply designed, but so viewable. It's so easily palatable to the eye.
Yes.
That that being your logo is so. I think it's fantastic. I think it's so good that you didn't pick one of your fine art pieces that may be too intense to be a logo to be really understood in a momentary glance.
Yeah.
And that is memorable. That is simple. It's memorable. It's something that people are going to look at, and they're always. And dude, think about this. Like, what major company out there has a sunflower and a bee as their logo? None.
Yeah.
That's original. That's original. It's simple. It's palatable to the eye. It's well designed. I think that's fantastic. And if that goes on some of your shirts, if you have the logo design, the fine art designs, and then the branding designs. Dude, you got a solid clothing company, bro. Like, you got a solid line that's going to be releasing September 29th. You guys check out Gallery de Sabukwe. It's going to be awesome. I love the bee and the flower design. I think that's fantastic.
And it really, I got to tell you that I think back in 2018, 2017, I really had a love affair with sunflowers and bees, like, together, you know. Just, we had gardens at the schools that I worked at, and I would just spend so much time just staring at them, and I can't even explain what it is about them, but it's just, for me, maybe it's the purity, I don't know, of just seeing the process of how the bee and the bee family works, you know, with the flower and doing their job and things like that. It's just a beautiful thing to see the the very foundation of life in that way,
the cycle, the nature, you know.
And that's what it represents for me, you know.
I love it.
What it represents for me.
I love that, dude. It's that's very grounded, dude. I'm digging that a lot, man. Let's see what we got here. I'm back to the beginning. All right, let's go ahead back out here. Oh, we're back on. We're getting some songs here. You guys are getting extra songs at the end here.
Bonus.
Bonus. Exactly. No, you guys are awesome. Thanks to my guest, Sabukwe Ramsey /Highwaves, for joining me today. Chef, entrepreneur, educator, artist, clothing line designer as well. Multi-talented. This dude is on point and doing it all well too, I might add.
Thank you.
You're not half-assing any of this shit. You're out there doing it. You're out there putting your best foot forward. I've tasted your food. I've listened to your music. I'm about to buy that blue shirt right there as soon as it comes out too. And I got your art in my home. You know what I mean? So I can appreciate your art more than you could possibly know, and I absolutely love you, brother.
That means the world.
Hey, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for being here with me today, and I'm gonna be having you real soon. We're talking. Hey, I think it's Che. It's on Ashley's account. He says, "Hey, Dad."
Hey, bro. What up? Hey, see you soon.
Yeah, and then I was just saying, Che, that me and if it's Che watching, that me and Sabukwe were talking about doing a segment with you on the show, like a once a week segment about like checking in with Sabukwe and Che out in Pasadena and see how they're doing. So if you're up for it, you and your dad, just catch a little bit of footage on the phone every week of some fun stuff you guys are doing. I'm sure you'll have some ideas, Che. In fact, let him come up with some ideas. I'm sure you'll have some amazing ideas.
He has all the ideas.
The kids, dude, they have the craziest, awesome ideas, dude. Like, so yeah, man, we'd like to have you on the show too, Che, pretty soon here. Like to have you, hey, come into the studio.
Yes,
we'll have
sir.
you in. Let's do it. We'll have some fun. All right, you guys, thank you so much to you guys for joining me tomorrow. Yes. Join me tomorrow night for Mr. Kyle Romero from the Mind Tasting Podcast. Will be with us all the way from, I think he's in Arizona. I don't think he's in Park City. Anyway, he's somewhere out there.
Somewhere out there.
Mr. Kyle. Awesome. They say, yeah, let's do it. That's great. All right, so see you guys tomorrow night at 6:30. You guys are amazing. And thank you guys again once to my guests. Thanks to Miss Daisy. Thanks to you. Thanks to my mom. Thanks to everybody. Join me tomorrow night on the listening room. Thank you all. Love you all. Thanks for being a part of the listening room tonight. My name is Eddie Booze. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications, and give the video a like. We'll see you guys every Monday through Friday right here at 6:30. Take care.